Andy, early in the season, AJ was really struggling getting to that high pitch, and now it seems like I'm sorry, Carson was really struggling to get to that high pitch, and now it seems like he's made not just an adjustment, but is really pretty successful at driving that pitch up or above the letters. What do you think he is doing that is allowing him to be so successful with that specific pitch?
I think he trusts himself to get to it. I know that's kind of cliche to say, but he took a swing the at-bat before where he punched out, and he has this unbelievable ability as a young guy to punch out and say, I was trying to shorten up, but I did a horrible job with it. And then the next at-bat, not have that be baggage in the batter's box. Like, that resilience is why he can get to just about any pitch at any time. He's talented. He trusts himself as an athlete. He doesn't bog himself down with feelings of like past failures or a bad at-bat. And so you always want a guy like that up in the box because you're always going to get the best version of him, whether he succeeds or not. So I think he has the capacity and the feel for the barrel to get it to any pitch, and there aren't necessarily clean holes for him. He can mess up because baseball's hard, but he's doing a really nice job. That was a big swing for us.
What have you seen in Alvarez's at-bats over the last week or so?
Honestly, since I've sat in this seat over the last month, he's had really good at-bats. I don't know exactly what his numbers are. I see someone who swings it with confidence. He impacts a ball unlike very few guys in the game. It comes off hot. So there's power, huge hit in the gap for us today, a lot of good contact, really nice throw there in the ninth, too. He's doing a lot of really good things.
Mike?
Andy, just what do you think Manaea has found here these last couple of starts?
There's a little more velo today, but I just see confidence and conviction. I see someone who is on the attack the entire time, that had that game spun a little bit different, like would have been a situation where going 7 or 8 was entirely possible. I didn't see him tiring. He fell behind a couple of really good hitters and paid the price for it there. But the rest of the game, he was in total control. Just great job, a lot of strikes, mixing well. And he just got his fastball up a little bit to miss some barrels. Doing a really nice job.
Do you think with him it was just a case of getting the velocity to where it is now for him to be consistent?
I think that makes life easier. Ask any hitter in the box if it's easier to hit a guy at 89, 90, or 92 to 94. They're going to answer that in the obvious way every single time. So it's conviction. It's by nature, like Sean wants to be a horse for the team. He wants to take the baseball. He wants to go deep into games. He wants to save the bullpen, all like amazing attributes. And when he's sitting at that velocity range and really trusting himself, like he's capable of that every night.
Dave?
Andy, what are the kind of mixed feelings with somebody like Luke Weaver with the run that he's been on? He's been such an asset for you guys and for you as managing, to know that he's such in demand that he's going to be a guy that could also be gone by the time the trade deadline comes
Yeah,
around.
I had none of those mixed feelings till you just asked that question. We were still enjoying his very clean and efficient inning. Luke's really good, valuable to us, not just this season, the remainder, but also the next season. So nobody knows how the next few days are going to go, especially for someone we have a chance of having in 2027. So I'm not going to let my emotions get mixed up on that, but I understand and appreciate the question.
Joe?
Andy, just what are you seeing from Jorge Polanco as of late?
Someone who just hasn't found his timing and his groove. Someone who, like we were talking on the bench, he squared up Scooble for 2 home runs in the postseason last year. He is ridiculously good, and he hasn't been able to find his timing or rhythm, right-handed, left-handed. He's obviously dealt with injuries all year, so he's someone that we know we're one swing away. We'd all like that swing to get here. I know he's grinding on it harder than anybody is, but we do have a ton of confidence. Like that moment is coming where, unleash the floodgates, and the Polanco who he has always been will be there.
Tony?
Just regarding Weaver and Brazoban, you guys have had years where building that bridge between the starting pitcher and the ninth inning has proven difficult. This year, relatively speaking, it hasn't. I mean, what have those two guys meant to the bullpen?
I think, and I'd throw Rayleigh and Minter into that conversation as well. As a manager, I've sat in the seat when you don't have those bridge pieces and you don't feel very smart. You don't know where to go. You don't know who to hand the ball to sometimes. And having guys like that step up and dominate their roles, they tend to make you look smart when you hand them the baseball because they're really good. It's more a reflection of how good those guys are. So they've served that role perfectly this year. They've really held on to leads, put us in good spots to win baseball games, and it's been nice to have, honestly, like a mix of righties and lefties that you can hand the ball to and kind of pocket well in the lineup, and they tend to make you look smart.
Sean, that last start, I mean, you're extremely fastball reliant. Today, I mean, not quite as much, still featuring it quite a bit, though. Just overall, how did you approach this specific lineup today?
At the end of the day, it's always about throwing strikes. I felt good with my sweeper, and fastball location was really good today too. So, I feel like when I'm doing that, then I'm gonna have pretty good results.
How much does the game plan evolve as the game goes based on what you're feeling on that particular day and what you have command of?
I'd say it's pretty much everything. If I'm feeling good with a pitch, then probably going to throw it more. If not, then we'll probably stick to the basics and just try to keep it as simple as possible.
What do you think has been the biggest thing that's lent itself to some of that sharper command for you?
Some mechanical changes, just feeling good where I am in time and space, and then just the confidence to attack guys and not try to nibble and start falling behind guys. I know I did that a few times a day, but at the end of the day, it's just that conviction of throwing strikes, and if I get quality strikes, it's great. But at the end of the day, it's just throwing a strike to begin with. So just having that confidence to just attack guys.
And how much does the increase in velocity kind of play into that for you as well?
Yeah, it's huge. This game's a lot easier when I'm throwing 93, 94 than it is at 89 to 91. It's definitely makes a huge difference.
Sean, what do you think of the job the back end of the bullpen has done with Weaver and Brazoban and Minter and Raley?
This whole year have been unbelievable. These guys take the ball every single day, it seems like, and they just take the ball in huge situations, cleanup situations, it doesn't matter. Whatever is asked of them, they just get the job and they do it, and they've been exceptional this whole year, and just very proud of all the work they've done.
You obviously have a fairly big contract. I mean, just what's your level of wonderment if you'll be here, next week beyond the trade deadline?
That's out of my control, and I don't really have anything to say about it. So, I'm, as far as I'm concerned, I'm a Met, and I'm happy to be here. But it's just nothing I can do about it. So I'm not worried about it.
Sean, in general, with the deadline coming up, it's an uneasy week for a lot of players around the league, and certainly with the situation on this team. Why do you think that you guys have seemingly been able to, as a group, kind of put that out of your minds and play some really good baseball against some good teams here over the last few days?
Yeah, it's it's kind of a I would say we are kind of like letting go. I think everyone kind of knows where we're at, where we stand. But ultimately, at the end of the day, there's nothing us players can do about it. And, I guess we're seeing that, like, that free and easy kind of level of baseball that, ultimately that's where we want to play. And, it's the trade deadline's it's going to come and go, and maybe some things happen, maybe they don't. But, at the end of the day, we're as players can't worry about that, and we just got to go out there and play, and whatever happens, happens.
Sean, just given how your season started, the last two outings, not good outings, but against two of the best lineups in baseball, how satisfying is that for you personally to get back to that, I'm sure, the level that you thought that you could always get to?
Yeah, it feels good. There's been a lot of hard work I've been putting in this whole year, and ultimately it doesn't, like, the opponent doesn't really matter, but I just feel good with where I'm at mechanically and pitch-wise and all that stuff. I finally feel like really, really good, and just taking each start as it goes, and I'm very proud of where I'm at right now.